We are 22-8. I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping we can finish 30-10. That's kind of like what I'm aiming for. So we need an 80% win rate to wrap up this league to get there. So it's a pretty high bar, but you know, we'll see if we can make it. Let's hop right into these packs. It's kind of weird the 2 packs they gave us weren't from like the most recent 2 sets, so I'm not sure how much synergy we're gonna get out of all of this, but let's see what we got. Overheat, interesting. I wish it was a fast spell, but then that card would be ridiculous. Right now we're Praxis, so we'll see if we get anything. Sheriff Marley's a good card too. That's a really good rare. Okay, give us something good. Give one of your units deadly for 4, and that's it. It's just a really worse infused with Venom. So we got a legendary in the 2 factions our league deck is, and it's so specific we can't even play it. So, right, this card isn't really Sentinel based, it's kind of like a spells card. The more spells you have in your deck that you use, the better this card is, because then if you have 6 spells you played, you get 2 6/6 Sentinels. But obviously we're restricted to whatever we opened up in the league, and we don't have that many spells we could go in on, so that's that feels kind of bad. Let's take a look what we got. We got a weapon here. I don't know why that's an uncommon. Overheat, another weapon. Geez, we only got weapons. Wow, we really didn't get anything. Okay, that's not great. We literally got nothing out of the last 2 packs. And we actually opened a legendary in our 2 factions. That's unlucky. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get there. This is pretty medium hand. Oh, but our opponent's on a 92 whatever. Wow, math. 93 card deck. So we have to win this out of honor. At least we should have a somewhat easy game here. Once again, I feel like I'm a broken record with a lot of this stuff, but you want to play the least number of cards your deck can handle. He's playing 80-something cards. He's going to have a lot of weak cards in his deck if he does that. There's a very obvious block here. All he wanted to do was give a unit or weapon in his hand +2 power. It's just really not worth sacrificing that card for. Pay 1 to kill an enemy unit, 3 power or less. Sure. That is kind of annoying, because we can't play this guy, otherwise he'll be able to kill it. So we're going to rattle off our detonation cannon. Attack for 1. I'd rather trade detonation cannon for this guy than play our 3-drop and have him kill it. Okay, that's fine. Play our 3-drop and pass, and our 3/3 still trades with his 4/2. Which I might... Oh, wow, we're being taunted. I'm not going to block there just because we have telekinetic shackles we can use. Hopefully he'll attack here and we can rattle this off, amplify it on both of his guys. Okay, block here. Bam, amplifying this guy, and the other thing that'll do is reveal his stealth unit. Nice. Okay. This thing's so hard to deal with. When the unit blocks it, stun it. Okay, we'll attack with our 3/3. Sure, save himself 3 damage, and we'll play our 2-drop. We could play this just for the maximum power. That way, if we do draw another sigil, we can go straight for the Marshal. I actually don't mind that. But what we'll do, we'll play it on our 2/5. That way it spreads out our threats. If we just put everything on the 3/3, he kills our strongest unit, we're left with a 2/2 and a 1/3. Now, if one of these two dies, at least we're still left with a good unit. Man, this guy's so difficult to deal with. Okay, so drew a card, discarded a 2/2. I'll attack with the 3/3 here. I'm glad to trade the 3/3 for the 4/2. Yeah.
You are cleared to ride.
Play our 4-drop pass.
Pay attention.
It's a good draw for our opponent. So we'll attack before we play our unit. That way we could have a fast spell here, maybe blocks differently. Now we play our rare, and we are feeling really good. No blocks. Okay, so our opponent has a fast spell of some sort. He had the exact response he needed. Let's see, that'll silence it. That might just be worth it. Although we can race that too. Yeah, we'll silence the flyer. We win this damage race, so that's annoying. Attack with everything besides the 1/3 because the 4/4 could just eat it. Play our big boy pass. No super interesting decisions yet. Silencing the 4/4 is pretty much the only thing, and I'm not even sure that could have been wrong, but it's hard to say. Okay, attack with everything. We'll attack with both. The only thing that punishes a 2-5 attack is if it's Gnashing Displacer. But I feel like he would have snapped that off if that was the case. Okay, player sigil and pass. I wonder what it could be. Oof. So, does it give it revenge permanently? I mean, we're just gonna... Oh, he has enough to... Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, I think we just let that happen. Attack back. Play our 2-mana unit pass. 2-cost unit. And we're gonna take this dub in short order. Now, that's game. Bounce back to his hand. He replays it. Attack with everything game. Ooh, yeah. And we have 2 5-cost 7/7s. Nice. Okay. Pretty basic win there. A lot of 2 sigil hands. I'm going to keep this though just because we have Worm Calling and Blueprints gets to get us another. So we'll fetch our Time Sigil because we need 2 time influence for this. But we definitely need to hit a few sigils here. Oh, God. That thing's been a part of a couple savage beatdowns on my opponent's part. When a unit with endurance. Wow, we're going to get beat down. If he does have a stealth unit... If I knew I could have another sigil, I probably just would use the cannon to kill the 3/2. That way I draw the 4th sigil, play this guy, and have shackles up. Yeah, we're gonna let this one go. Yeah, so he had something, and I'd rather go for the block when I do have shackles up. Yeah, that was a nice draw for us. I think we can attack here. He's got something in his hand. And since he could still buff this guy, which is making me kind of nervous, we're just going to play our 4-cost unit. What's he got? It could be so many things. I guess our opponent's stuck on sigils. That's brutal. And if that's the case, I have no reason to block here. Because if he has Iona's Fury, for example, we're attacking back for more damage. And we're kind of just wasting the card away in his hand instead of letting him use it. Yeah, this is going to start getting rough for our opponent here. Ionosphere. So he could save it, and then we're just so far ahead on board. Yeah. So I'll pay 3, prevent all damage his spells do to us. And now we'll play Worm Calling. Once again, we could have Detonation Canned in there, but this 3/2's not really threatening us. Jeez, if our opponent's not just slamming that Sigil out, I'm guessing he missed another one. Yeah, we're gonna win this in short order. If we draw a 5th Sigil, this is basically game. Attack both. That was probably our best draw that isn't a Sigil. One Sigil unlocks Growing Sludge, a removal spell, and 2 7/7s. A lot of 3-drops die to Detonation Cannon still, too. So even if we don't hit another Sigil and he plays something that dies to it, we can still probably attack profitably. So essentially in these positions when your opponent's so far behind in Sigils, or maybe they're missing an influence, you want to end the game as quickly as possible before they draw whatever they need to that unlocks their cards in hand. Okay, yeah, so what we'll do here is we'll cannon, kill the 3/2 because we know it dies, and then attack with everything. Even if this is the 3/1 with stealth, the highest powered thing, it can only trade with the 3/3. And once again, we're trying to finish him off as quick as possible. Okay, that's perfectly fine. He'll get to draw a card, or play a 2/2. We will put the weapon again without spellcrafting it. I feel like we're doing that a lot, but that weapon gives us the last power we need. So now our hand is stacked. Even if we don't see another Sigil the rest of the game, we'll be chilling. And I think our opponent loses no matter what here. If he plays a unit for 3, we attack with everything. Block, block, he takes 3 going to 5. This deals, so we almost have him dead. And if he just leaves one of the 1/4s, yeah, this is going to be game. And this thing's doubling the top unit's power every time. Or it gets plus power, okay. Realistically, I probably should have played the growing sludge to get it growing as quick as possible, but there's like nothing our opponent can do here. Even if they wipe our board, we have these two 5-drops, and this essentially has him down to 1 health, because this can just deal 4 to the face. Okay. Alright, what do we got? And we go first. I think if this was a fire sigil and we were going second, strong keep, but going first means we don't have the extra draw and we're missing one of our influences, so yeah, baby. Oh man, good 3-drop, removal spell, one of our rares. And what we'll do, we'll fire off the blueprints right away to get the second time influence we need for the worm calling. And this thins out the sigils from our deck, meaning we'll be less likely to draw too many sigils. Okay, that was a good draw for our opponent here. I think what we're going to do is kill it right away. Not only does that get rid of his unit, he won't get the war cry by if we just played a unit past, he attacks back. Since this killed it, it replenished our power, so now we can just play a unit and pass. So he killed his unit for free and got to grow our board. So we're feeling, that was a great turn for us. Okay, this is... We could use Hip Shot for 3 here, but it doesn't really do anything for us. I also played the wrong influence, so now we can't play Worm Calling. That's kind of awkward. Or we play the 3-1, which doesn't really help our board since he has a bunch of 1-1s. Yeah, that was a rough miss. I would have loved to play Worm Calling, and then we go straight into a 7-7 next turn. So I think this is our best bet. Oh, and this guy's next. So once again, that kind of drew us an extra card, since we didn't waste our draw on casting that card, but not obviously the greatest thing. We killed half a card. Okay, that's good. Mithril Armor costs 4 to play. Yeah. And what's this? When you play a spell, deals double damage this turn. It's pretty good. Play Growing Sludge to start growing it as quick as possible. This is always the important turn. Does it live, or does he just fire off Char on it immediately? We've had that happen our fair share. Okay, that's unfortunate. We're going to pass just because life is a resource. We want to save this unit to double block with something else to kill it. Okay, now we get to double spell here, so we'll play Worm Calling to draw our 2 worms, play our unit. We don't want to attack with the Growing Sludge because we want it to at least grow to a 9-9. That's like usually where it's like, okay, now this is so big, nothing can deal with it. 5-5, a lot still deals with it. Okay, we'll block here. We'll take another 5. Assume he's got some sort of spell here to save his guy. I forgot this thing had Valor, so playing this guy, I don't even get to... Wow, that was really bad for our opponent. He should have just chose the bigger stealth guy to reveal. So, that's a pretty bad misplay for our opponent. So I'll play that, and then we'll play a Sandworm. That way, the Sandworm can block his 5/5 and still live with it dying, because it'll only turn into a 6/6. And then if he has another spell, yeah, this is gonna... This is gonna be bad for our opponent. Oof. That's just about game. Do you want to commit something else to the board? Probably not. That way we can play around if he has something to kill all units, since he has 1,000,000 mana, 1,000,000 power. Whew. Those are some rough plays. Okay, we are off to a quick 3-0 right now. I have to say, though, I'm trying not to get too excited just because our draws have been... We've actually had some really good starting hands here, and our draws have been really good, so... I wish I could say it's been all skill, but... Okay, we have nothing we want to play for 1 power, so we'll just use our double faction thing. We don't care about 1 damage. This card shouldn't even be in his deck. Play our 2-drop, pass. We obviously don't want to kill it using this really good removal, so... It's fine. We'll keep our Ruin in hand just in case we want to amplify it if we keep drawing sigils. We are going to be in trouble here if our opponent has removal for this guy. No blocks. Why is this not focused? Okay, well, that's a good target for our hip shot. Then we can attack for 1 since we don't plan on blocking. Generally, if you have a free attack and you don't plan on blocking with the unit, you should attack. Okay, we need some action here. Okay. I would love to save blueprints, but we're still 2 fire sigils away. So I'm just going to use it, get another sigil, and now we're flooded out now. Flooding's when you just draw too many sigils versus your other spells. Luckily, right, and this is why I say don't put these weak 1 cost units in your deck. Our opponent's not really threatening us. We haven't done anything, and it's been... Our opponent has 6 power, he's just pecking us for 1. That's not great, though, and I actually think that's probably worth us using telekinetic shackles on. Nice. Sure. So not only did that deal 1 extra damage to it, but we'll be able to attack to finish it off. So that's really good for us. But I have a feeling our opponent's hand must be stacked with 7 drops if... Let's finally kill this dumb thing. So he trades his unit. I mean, that's fine. He's trading his fast spell and his unit for our 1 unit. So he 2-for-1 him here. Wow, we are flooding out to the max. I hate to say we aren't gonna win it like this. I jinx myself saying we've been drawing well.
You have been sentenced.
Let's see, we can make it a 4-4. Or we can make it a 4-4 without flying. That doesn't really do anything for us. I can't believe we drew another sigil there. Yeah, that's game. Wow. Okay, well, I guess we'll silence it. And then bounce it back. I'm sorry I can't get this camera to refocus. There we go. Yeah, so we flooded out here. That's kind of how it goes, I guess. If we drew only our 6 drops and rares from here on out, we might be able to come back even, but... So I'll play that and amplify. Play our 2-drop. The most expensive thing we got were 3 drops. Oh god, draw the top 2 cards of my deck. I bet there are my 6 drops.
A quick getaway.
I swear if that's growing sludge, I'm gonna be... What? Okay, it can't be growing sludge because it's a 3 cost. My bad.
You have been sentenced.
Yep, it's fine. We'll block the stealth unit just because it... Oh. I thought it would be one of his units. Okay, I mean, you can't win games like this. We've just drawn too many sigils. Okay, let's see if we can play an actual game. Okay. Looks good to me. I swear, having this in hand has saved us so many times. These blueprints are just so good because sometimes you need 2 of one faction, sometimes you need 2 of the other. It's unfortunate if we don't draw any more sigils, we're going to need to use this instead of amplifying it, but... Oh, nice. Wow, that's actually really good for us. So he can hip shot off the deck, essentially drawing an additional card. That's really powerful. Like, the warp effect is very powerful when you get it to work. So let's see. If we go Nurturing Sentinel, that can guarantee us the 5th Sigil into Growing Sludge. So even though that's not the most power efficient play, that would have been playing Spear Frenzy Warrior, I think ultimately it'll be the stronger play. Oh, jeez. Okay. Please use your killer on my guy. Okay, so now that he has killer and he knows we have growing sludge, we don't want to use it. So let's see if we can bait out the killer effect. Well, actually, I don't think we even need to. We can just play the strongest unit and pass a turn. That's really shitty, because now he knows. If I played Growing Sludge there, he would have seen it with this, and then he would have known to use Killer on it. Oh, what? Wait, are you kidding? He has to have something. +2 health, so we're trading? Yeah, I'm fine. Yes, please. He just 2-for-1'd himself to take out not even our strongest unit. Growing Sludge and pass. Now, the reason he could have used his one answer to Growing Sludge, he could just have removal for it here. But without any way of knowing that, you know, we just have to go for the best play. Damn, that was a really bad play for our opponent. Okay, so we'll do the most mana efficient thing. Power efficient thing, Jesus.
That's quite enough.
Okay, it's gonna be too late. We already got a 5/5 buff out of it. With that happening, we obviously wish we were able to attack with it, but attack with everything. That's fine. I guess I was a little bit aggressive. I was thinking he would have blocked. I wasn't really thinking that too well. Okay, so he's dealt partially with both of our growing sludges. Yeah, that wasn't the greatest attack for us, but we sacrificed a lot of board position for barely any damage, so that was definitely a bad attack on our part. Okay, we're gonna need some more action here. Yeah, that was not the greatest. He's gonna get his 5th power. Okay, we're 100% gonna block here. If he wants to waste a combat trick to kill a 2-cost thing, sure. I don't know what our opponent's plan is here. Okay, so we're going to use this to bounce back his guy. It costs 4, so that's pretty expensive for him to replay. And we don't care if he silences any of our units. Now we got him down to 7, and he's going to waste his whole turn to potentially just play the 1/4 again.
The stone's power dims.
Wow, that's an aggressive attack. But this is fine. We'll attack with everything. He blocks Growing Sludge, and we can finish it off with Searing Strike. Yeah. Kill it with fire. I would have loved to draw a unit there instead of a power. Once again, we're flooding out.
Pay attention.
It's fine. Okay, at this point, we just want to save all of our units. So we'll Telekinetic Shackles that guy. We're making some pretty inefficient plays here, but it's like, we need to... I mean, we need to keep making progress here. Now you're seeing how much that hurt us sacrificing those 3-cost units. So if we attack with everything, 4/4 eats 2/2, 5/5 on the 5/5, Telekinetic Shackles, kills the 5/5, saves the 2/2, and then we get to play Bloodspear Foot Soldier. He'll go down to 2, so if he plays one big unit, we attack with everything, that's game. Okay, our opponent did exactly as we expected. Okay, so our opponent needs 2 units here to win. 1 removal spell doesn't work, and 1 unit doesn't work.
That's quite enough.
I assume that means he has an option. Nope. Sweet. Good game, good game. We barely eked that one out, that's for sure. Oh, we're starting to... Our luck is catching up to us. Now we're starting to flood out more. Ooh, I like this. Both of our factions, 3 sigils. We have a Nurturing Sentinel to get another sigil. Oh, baby. And we get a rare. Okay, I'm feeling good here. This is what we want. We want enough sigils and then enough like gas to actually do with all the sigils. But that was a good 2-drop here. Thank God we don't have to deal with Ursa Squadron. Make it a 3/3. Damn it. So I think we'll go for Rampaging Commando because he does block the 2/3 and trade with it. And Nurturing Sentinel, we already have a whatchamacallit. We already have a sigil in hand. Jesus. Okay. So now I'll play Nurturing Sentinel and pass. It's a good card. Okay, this is an easy double block here. We essentially trade our 3-1 for his 3-4. But he does give the top thing +2/+2. So that's a pretty serious game for our opponent. Oh, but we top decked. So we're going to use this. Originally, I was thinking I was going to need to use this 5-cost, 4-damage spell just to kill his Queen's Elite. So he stops buffing the time thing. But now we get to pay 3, kill it cheaply, play a 2-drop, and pass. Okay, that's fine. Our opponent's getting aggressive here. Play Populous Controller, that way we have blocks for his 2 ground units. Our opponents still, if they just keep on playing gas, we could be in trouble here still. Okay, yeah, we need to kill that mod ready drone. Oh, our opponent got us down to 10. That was like exactly what I was talking about. Okay, so our opponent's got some spell of some sort here. Jeez. So I blocked like that to play around Iona's Fury, but he had Saddle up. Okay, unfortunately that's like the worst 5-cost we could have had. Yeah, wow. So we need a sigil here so we can Sandworm and then play it. Okay, so we're gonna need to draw our Sandworms, pass. We'll need to chump the 6/3. Actually, we'll chump this guy and then bounce him. That way it takes away the charge. Oh wait, it deals 2 to us. As I said, we could still easily lose it if our opponent kept on drawing well. He had Saddle up to kill our 6/6. He had the charge guy that had the +2/+2 buff on him. Normally that card's a 4/1, in which case we would have been able to block it with Growing Sludge, killing it. So, you know, once again, I'm sure there were ways we could have played better to stay alive longer, but our opponent had every answer for everything we did, so not much you can do there. Okay, so we got our 2 losses, so we need to win the next 4 games. Okay, we have no 1-cost stuff, so we'll use our Double Influence. If this guy's attacks, I'll probably honestly take it and attack back.
Advance.
We strike from the shadows.
If I wanted to attack with him, I should have attacked first. I realize that, but this is a pretty easy block here. He'll give something a buff in his hand. I'm not too worried about that. Okay. We'll get our worms here. We'll pass. I'm guessing if it's like a 3-2 or something, I'll need both of my guys back to double block it to kill it. Oh, okay. That's brutal. Now if he attacks with both, move a spell of your choice to the top of your deck. That's pretty good. So he's going to get the best spell of his deck at his next draw. So that's fine. We're going to double block here. Kind of shitty to trade our 3-1 for his 1-2. But once again, life's a resource, and this guy goes back down to 3-1. Okay, we'll attack here. Play our 2 units. Pass. We really need to hit Fire Sigil and a Fire Sigil, I'll be happy. Oh. Attack with both of these guys. I would rather not trade my 3-3 for his 3-1. Wow. It's funny, sometimes just your opponent sees it's a rare and they immediately go to kill it. Like, what dinosaurs has he seen from our cards? Okay, he used, I assume that's the spell he got from the top of his deck. Now we'll attack here because we just want to clear away his board. That was something. But it still doesn't, he doesn't have any profitable blocks here. That's the issue about low health units, right? I mean, no board wipes in these factions, I'm pretty sure, so I don't mind adding another strong unit to the board.
Advance.
Yeah, and then that's game. And we just never see that second fire influence. It's a good try. He immediately breaks his statue. If we had like 3 sigils there, sure, but oh, not like this. We have 2 double time influence things. Wow. And still not even a great hand. We need to hit Fire Sigil. It's crummy. Sometimes it's like, well, the game has decided I won't win this game. Like the game we drew like 12 sigils or whatever. It's like, okay, I mean, I guess we don't have to play. Okay, play 2-drop, pass. And it's like, right, he perfectly discards this, which just so happens to not have any good targets against me. So he probably has a combat trick here, but we can't not trade with his unit. Oh boy. So now one of his units is going to be way above the curve of strength. Okay, we gotta play that. Play Nurturing Sentinel so we can hopefully draw this Fire Sigil. Wow. Are we just gonna lose to him, like, getting lucky and drawing some giant thing?
We strike from the shadows.
Once again, sometimes you just gotta accept what the game's giving you. And it's shitty. Our opponent's like wasting all of his cards here too.
You are cleared to ride.
Player strongest unit, even though it wasn't the most cost-efficient play. Yeah, that's exactly what I was afraid of. When the enemy player plays a spell. So not only was it already way bigger... God damn it. Yeah, we just have to attack right into it. Awesome.
Rend them to
Well,
we found it.
this... Man, that's upsetting. If we start getting some good draws here, we still have a chance, but it's like... So once again, 9 is so much, we just need to slow him down, attempt to try to draw out of this. Okay, I guess we need him and Populous Controller to double block. To double block the 9/9. Okay, can we get Fire Sigil, please? And then never see another Sigil. That way we can play this guy. He starts giving all of the units I draw double damage. That's a way we can come back here.
Strike from the shadows.
I just don't want to see him attack. And then he, like, uses telekinetic shackles or something ridiculous. Okay, we need a good draw here. And then we have no answers to the 6/6. It doesn't seem worth it. We'll take 6. We just hope we need to draw something that can actually affect the board.
There is much to learn here.
Okay, there's that.
Centaurs ride to war.
You're gonna silence it and stun it. Yeah, that is just about game. We need to hit good draws, and come on, man, a Sigil is just not what we need. He'll have a 3/3 with a good effect. Worm Calling would be absolutely fantastic. But we need to bank on drawing something good here. So we can't even double block because his weapon gave it just enough health to survive. Come on, we have draws here. Worm Calling. 8 sigils in a row is not what I was saying. Okay, we have to attack, otherwise he has lethal. Worm calling or bust. Actually, I don't even think that.
Beauty and purpose combined.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Okay. Ugh. And we go first here. I think in the average hand will be better than that. Like this, we can keep. May fortune smile on us both. Okay. This is kind of awkward though. We need to hit a sigil, but also some more stuff to do. But I would rather just get a sigil here. And we're facing the same. We'll save. It's always tough to decide. I'd rather just save it than dealing him an extra 2 damage. Like right there, would we rather trade a creature or detonation cannon?
We strike from the shadows.
But what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the 3/3 first. Even though I don't intend on blocking, it's the most power efficient thing. And what this does is we get to see another unit he plays, and maybe it's a better target to kill with detonation cannon. There's a pause here, meaning he probably has some fast spell. Yeah, so, okay. Yeah, it's a pretty easy detonation cannon there. And I think on average, especially with this hand, we do better if we just live longer. So I'm going to keep this guy back to block. Okay, show me what you got. Okay, now we need some gas here. Oh, that was a really good pull for us. Okay. That's fine. Play Growing Sludge so it can start growing as quick as possible. I could have played this because then we can actually block this guy, but if he just pays 5 to give it double damage, then it's like we don't want to trade our strong legendary for this random unit. Especially when Fiery Fissure can kill it. Okay, this is gonna hurt. Oh, thank God. He has telekinetic shackles. Okay, that was really good for him. Okay, now we can't be cute anymore. We need a block to live. If he has Populous Controller or something here, we're gonna be in trouble.
I've been waiting for this.
We really need to deal with Thunder Fist Striker, so I think we'll play the 4/5 pass. That way we have blocks on I mean, I didn't know it was just a 1/4, but we have blocks on both of his units with this guy, and we still have shackles up. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, I guess we'll shackles that. If he attacks here, I'll probably trade it with Thunderfist Striker. Like, I actually think this isn't a great attack for him. But since he silenced it, we shouldn't keep treating it as a really strong legendary. Okay, no decisions here. We want Growing Sludge to be as big as possible, and we don't have enough power to play Populous Controller. Okay, we'll draw an additional one and attack here. So it must attack and it'll just keep growing. I think we just silence it. Because now it's just an O10 giant wall. It's fine. So our opponent has a fast spell of some sort here because there was a pause. And now we're looking real good. Gonna pass one more turn so we can have a 13-13 that can attack past his 10-10. And basically, these two factions have almost nothing that can kill a 13-13 unit. So, attack with both. Oh, we might be able to... Yeah, see, he thinks it's Growing Sludge here. That was... This opponent knows what he's doing. I can't even be upset. That was really, really good play there. Okay, now we can't attack here. Because he can just block with that, and we can't take that damage, so... Okay, we'll get a Sigil. Play it, and actually... Actually, we do want to attack. We can attack with all three of these to draw 3 cards, and we're only taking 2. I would trade 2 life for an extra card here. Yeah, see, this opponent knows what he's doing. Okay, there's our 2 life for the additional card. These were drawn pretty weak, though, I have to say. Okay, so now it's who draws their strongest cards.
Choose your path.
That's interesting. Let's see. So, if we attack with the 3-3 and the 6-6, he probably takes the 3-3, blocks the 6-6 with the O10, and then we have pretty good blocks. And that gets in for a free 3 damage. I'm just trying to big brain it. Otherwise, if he blocks with any of his other units, it's a really good block for me. Any of these blocks would be good for me. Yeah. So these are the things. These are tight games, so they could be won on, damn, I just needed to deal 1-2 more damage. So we just snuck in an extra 3 there, so that's really good for us. We'll take the 1. Oh, man. Okay. I think it's pretty reasonable to go for the triple block. We trade 3 1-1s for a 5-3. Yeah, this is... I feel like our opponent must have another tribute guy or something. Okay. Yeah, this seems really good to me. Yep, he probably just takes it. Okay, so you will get to play both. Okay, basically just wasted his turn. Hopefully we can get something good here. Okay, that's pretty good. If we attack with everything, 0-10 on the 6-6, 3-6 on that, 2-3 on that, we don't do anything.
You are cleared to ride.
Play another unit pass. We need our opponent to miss here on playing something. Or just like overly commit just a little bit. Oh. It's a good one. Shackles and that. That'll prevent the damage. We continue. Block. Why didn't that prevent... Okay. I guess that didn't work. Okay, so that was a misplay on my part. Would that have mattered, though, knowing I just drew Sentinel? Okay, that was an upsetting loss for sure. I just really don't want to take a 1 sigil hand. And this is also pretty meh. We're already sigil heavy since we have 4 sigils and only 3 other cards, and the awkwardness is we already have a lot of sigils, right? So any additional sigil we draw is pretty rough because it doesn't help us. We could already play up to our most expensive thing in hand. So at least generally when you have a lot of sigils in your starting hand, you want something that's early in your hand and like pretty decent as far as blocking and attacking, and then something later. So if you only draw sigils, you're still chilling. There are just too many possible things it could be. We'll pass. Oh, so that would have been a good attack. It's fine to use 3 damage to take out our 2 drop.
You are cleared to ride.
Player unit and pass. I assume he would block with the Nurturing Sentinel. He has really sweet card sleeves. What? I want those. How do I get those?
Together we'll find the fun.
I mean, I guess we'll just use that. We have nothing else to really play here. I don't want to waste my 5 cost thing on killing one of his weaker units. He might just take this, too. Yeah. That was risky, though. This can successfully block, I think, every stealth thing that we could have had. So our opponent's stuck here, so we can take off a turn to just amplify this and get Traveler's Guildhouse. Although we do want to end this game sooner rather than later. Okay, we'll use this, and we'll amplify. We want to kill this because it'll grow each of his units. And then I think it's just worth it to save that until we get that time sigil so we can get the Praxis Heirloom. Okay, so he's drawing his stuff. Yeah, that's pretty scary. So we need to kill that. This is not where we wanted to be in. Because he's had all this turn to barely draw any sigils, so he has a lot of non-sigil cards. And we just aren't really drawing anything. Pay 7 to get him. Now we can attack with everything. I mean, that was a free attack, or a free block on that with Nurturing Sentinel. What? Okay, that... I don't think there was any reason to concede there. I don't know if we'll be in top 100. There's still like 6 days remaining on the league, but no matter what, we'll be getting our premium legendary. So we'll be top 500 no matter what. I don't think 28 and 12 is top 100, but I guess we'll find out at the end. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the League Land's Edge month here, but I'll catch you guys in next month's league. Peace.